Dear friends, today let us see some miscellaneous numerical problems based on dispersion. These are some absolute and relative measures of dispersion which we have discussed in previous lectures. So these are some important formulae which are useful to solve some critical problems based on dispersion, particularly coefficient of variation CV, then sum of the values is equal to the multiplication of number of observations and mean, and sum of squares of values is equal to the multiplication of number of values into sum of variance plus square of mean, and last one is this is the formula for combined standard deviation. These are some critical problems based on CV. The first problem is like this. The mean and variance of a distribution are 80 and 6.25 respectively. Then find coefficient of variation. So here they have given mean x bar is equal to 80, variance sigma square is equal to 6.25. Therefore, standard deviation sigma is equal to 2.5. And the formula for CV is sigma divided by x bar into 100. So by substituting the values, so it gives us 2.5 divided by 80 into 100 equal to 3.125. Next example is for distribution CV and mean are 80% and 20 respectively. Then find variance. So here they are given CV is equal to 80, x bar is equal to 20, and they are asked to find sigma square. So again using the same formula, CV is equal to sigma by mod of x bar into 100, and by substituting the given values we can have standard deviation sigma is equal to 16, and therefore variance is equal to its square. 16 square is 256. Third problem is for a set of 100 observations, the sum is 389 and sum of squares is 2570. Find SD and CV. So here they have given directly the sums. So n is given to be 100, summation of x 389, and summation of x square equal to 2570. Therefore mean is equal to summation of x by n. So it gives us 3.89, and standard deviation is equal to sigma equal to root of summation of x squared divided by n minus x bar square. So by substituting the given sums here and after simplification, this gives us sigma is equal to standard deviation sigma is equal to 3.2508, and therefore CV becomes sigma divided by x bar into 100. So that is 3.2508 divided by 3.89 into 100. So it gives us 83.56%. So these are the problems based on applications of CV. The first problem is like this. Coefficients of variation of two series of 100 and 150 observations are 60 and 80 with standard deviation 18 and 16 respectively. Then what are their means? So as CV is going to be standard deviation divided by mean into 100. So this gives us mean is equal to standard deviation divided by CV into 100, and by substituting the given values, so they have given sigma, they have given n1 is equal to 100, n2 is equal to 150, CV1 is 60, CV2 is 80, sigma 1 is equal to 18, sigma 2 is equal to 16. So for the first group, mean becomes 18 divided by 16 to 100 is equal to 30, and for second group, mean becomes 16 divided by 18 to 100, that is equal to 20. Therefore, the respective means are 30 and 20. Next problem, the mean and standard deviation of runs of batsman A are 40 and 3 respectively, and that of for batsman B are 30 and 4 respectively. Which batsman is more consistent in and better in scoring the runs? So here they want the comparison, and we know for comparison, so CV is used. So for here they have given for batsman A, x1 bar is used 40, sigma 1 is equal to 3, and for batsman B, mean is 30 and standard deviation is 4. Therefore, for batsman A, the CV is 3 divided by 40 into 100, that is 7.5, and for batsman B, CV is 4 divided by 30 into 100, that is equal to 13.33. Now, as CV of batsman A is 7.5, which is less than CV of batsman B, that is 13.33. So therefore batsman A is more consistent and better in scoring the runs. So these are critical problems based on quartile deviation and standard deviation. The first problem is like this. For a data of 100 observations, the sum of deviations taken from 4 is minus 11, and the sum of squares of these deviations is 257. Find mean and standard deviation. So here they have given n is equal to 100, assumed mean a is equal to 4, summation of deviations from 4 is equal to minus 11, and summation of deviation square equal to 257. And here the mean is x bar is equal to a plus summation of d divided by n. So that is equal to a plus 4 plus minus 11 by 100, that is equal to 4 minus 0.11, that is 3.89. And standard deviation is given by this formula. Sigma is equal to root of summation of d square by n minus summation of d divided by n and its square. So by substituting the given sums, so final, and by simplifying, we have the value of sigma is equal to 1.5993. Second problem is like this. Given quartile deviation is 15 and coefficient of quartile deviation is 0.484, find Q1 and Q3 of that distribution. So we know QD is going to be Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, and coefficient of QD is going to be Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. So they have given QD is equal to 15 and coefficient of QD is 0.484. So by substituting this value of QD, we have the equation Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2 is equal to 15. So therefore this gives us Q3 minus Q1 equal to 30. So we call this as equation number first. And from the given value of coefficient of QD, we have 0.484 equal to Q3 minus Q1 divided by Q3 plus Q1. But in first bit, we know Q3 minus Q1 is 30 divided by Q3 plus Q1. And by simplifying this, we have the equation Q3 plus Q1 equal to 61.9834. So we call this as equation number 2. Now by adding equation first and second, we have 2 times Q3 is equal to 91.98. Therefore, Q3 is equal to 45.99. So by substituting this value of Q3 in equation 1, we have Q1 is equal to 45.99 minus 30, that is 15.33, sorry 15.99. Therefore, for the given data, Q1 is equal to 15.99 and Q3 is equal to 45.99. So these are the problems based on sums and sum of squares and correct standard deviation. So after giving number of observations and means as well as standard deviation or variance, we can have sum of values is equal to product of number of observations into mean, and sum of squares of values is equal to product of number of observations into sum of the variance and mean square. So the first problem is like this. Given number of observations n is equal to 100, arithmetic mean is equal to 2 and standard deviation is equal to 4. Find summation of x and summation of x square. So we know summation of x is equal to n into x bar, that is equal to 100 into 2 equal to 200. Sum is 200 and summation of x square is equal to, using this formula, so it becomes 100 into sum of 4 square plus 2 square. Say this sum is 20, so equal to 100 into 20, 2000. Next problem is the mean and standard deviation of 100 of atoms are found to be 40 and 10 respectively. At the time of calculations, 2 atoms were wrongly taken as 30 and 72 instead of 3 and 27. Find the correct mean and correct standard deviation. So this is the problem based on correct standard deviation. So given n is equal to 100, x bar is equal to 40 and sigma equal to 10, and the incorrect, that is wrong observations 30 and 72 and correct observations 3 and 27. Now to find correct mean, we need incorrect summation of x, and that is obtained by n into x bar, that is 100 into 40 equal to 4000. Therefore correct summation of x is equal to incorrect summation of x minus sum of wrong observations plus sum of correct observations, and by substituting the corresponding values and by simplification, it gives us correct summation of x is equal to 3928. Therefore correct mean is equal to correct sum divided by n, that is equal to 3928 divided by 100, that is 39.28. Now to correct standard deviation, we need the sum of squares, and that sum of squares is given by this equation, n into sigma square plus x bar square, and it gives us 1,70,000, and therefore correct summation of x square is equal to incorrect summation of x square minus sum of squares of wrong atoms plus sum of squares of correct atoms, and by substituting the corresponding values, so this correct summation of x square becomes 1,70,000 minus sum of the squares plus sum of the squares. Finally, it gives us 1,64,654, and therefore correct standard deviation is equal to root of correct sum of square divided by n minus correct x bar, and by substituting the calculated values, so we have correct standard deviation is equal to 10.17. Now let us see one problem based on combined standard deviation. So you note that this type of problems are not included in your syllabus, but this concept of combined standard deviation is useful for the courses like CA, CS, ICWA, MPSC, UPSC and other examinations. The problem is like this. The following information about employees of two factories is given: factory A, factory B, number of employees, mean wage and variance. So based on the given data, based on this given data, they are asked to find which factory A or B has large wage bill. Second, which factory shows more variation. Third, find the mean and standard deviation of wages of employees of two factories taken together. And fourth, find the combined variance and combined CV of two factories together. So let us write the given information in the form of notations as they are given for factory A. So we call that as factory 1. So N1 is 50, X1 bar is 120, and sigma 1 square is 9. Therefore, sigma 1 is equal to 3. And for factory B, we call that as factory 2. N2 is equal to 100. X bar 2 is equal to 85. Sigma 2 square is 16. Therefore, sigma 2 is 4. Now for large wage bill, let us obtain summation of x. Now for factory A, summation of x is the product of 50 and 120, that is equal to 6,000. And for factory B, summation of x is product of 100 and 85, that is 8,500. So here the factory B has large wage bill. For more variation, for that is for comparison, we obtain CVs. So CV for A is equal to 3 divided by 120 into 100, that is 2.5, and CV for B is equal to 4 divided by 85 into 100, that is 4.7. So here CVB, that is equal to 4.7, is greater than CVA, that is 2.5. Therefore factory B shows more variation in the wages. Now for combined mean and combined standard deviation, the formula for combined mean is x bar 1 2 is equal to n1 into x1 bar plus n2 into x2 bar divided by n1 plus n2. So by substituting the corresponding values and by simplification, so it gives us combined mean is equal to 96.66. Now for combined standard deviation, we need the sum of deviations, sum of squares of deviations. So d1 square is the difference, sum of square of the difference between combined mean and mean of the first factory, and by substituting the values, its value becomes 554.75, and d2 square is equal to 135.95. So this is the formula for combined standard deviation. Sigma 1 2 is equal to root of n1 into sigma 1 square plus d1 square plus n2 into sigma 2 square plus d2 square divided by n1 plus n2. By substituting the corresponding values after simplification, it gives us combined standard deviation sigma 1 2 is equal to 16.908. Now combined variance equal to the square of combined standard deviation, that is square of 16.908. So it comes out to be 285.88. And for combined CV, we need combined mean and combined standard deviation. And combined CV is going to be sigma 1 2 divided by x1 bar 2 into 100, that is equal to 16.908 divided by 96.66 into 100, that is 17.49%. So this was about an important topic from your statistics paper number 1, known as dispersion. Thank you very much.